Hello all.
Hello.
Hello, ma'am.
Everybody can hear me, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So I have been expecting few more people. Okay. Let's see. Once they join, I'll let you guys know what is to be done. Okay. It's the same count of people. Okay. Can you all hear me? I'm visible,
Yes, ma'am.
right?
Yes.
Okay, great. So it is the same, same people, those who were there before. So I would request, okay, before saying anything, you guys were having your interview, right? It was all one, two, three, five people were having interviews. How was it?
Very
Yes,
nice.
very.
Friendly.
The interview was very. I'm not getting the word.
The last interview you are talking about?
The last, yes, with Vimal sir. How was it?
Yeah, it was fine. Nice.
Fine. Okay, I would like to get the difficulties that you were facing. I would like to know about that. So I'll start with Venkan. Yes.
Yeah. Introducing myself is a little bit complicated for me at the moment.
Okay.
At the end, he suggested me to improve in the introduction part, to avoid these words like nothing but, don't say nothing but in between the, when we are explaining some answer to them, don't use nothing but. This kind of
Yes.
suggestions he have given at the last. And the introduction, uh, actually I said the what, my proficiency, that what streaming, I'm from computer science, right? I said it, but he can't hear it. So he asked to tell in detail and in a slow manner, so that the interviewer can understood that thing, that particular thing.
What can I add here? Absolutely
Hello,
nothing. I can't even send a joke on that.
hello. Can you hear me?
Neeru Yadav.
Hello.
Yeah, yeah. Now I can hear you.
Yes. I hope you heard it.
I heard it. Okay, that is the deal. So you need to work on your communication skill. Renuka, can you hear me?
I'm. I can't hear you. I'm getting some disturbance now. Yeah, now it's fine. Hello.
You don't.
Hello. Hello. I can't hear you.
Ma'am, you are not audible.
Don't have a good network. I'm not able to hear you. Your voice. Yes.
Now
See. Okay.
it's fine.
See. You know the concept. Hello.
Yes, it's okay.
Yeah,
Audible now.
I got that. Now can you hear me? What? Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so Venkan, now what you need to do at your end is watch a lot of YouTube videos. Okay, there are a lot of YouTube videos that are going to help you to introduce yourself to the client. Okay, that is very important. Your first
Okay.
impression makes the deal. Okay, uh, up. I don't know whether you will understand this or not. Whatever you do in this, like I've told you, in the few minutes in the first few minutes is going to grasp the attention of the viewer, whosoever is on opposite side of you. So it is this introduce yourself is going to make a lot of difference. If you think that your English is also not that great, try to practice in front of a mirror. Even that helps. Okay? Do you get the point? Yes, Venkana.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Okay, because Venkana is paused. Okay. Yes, who is that talking? I'm not sure about
Hello?
this. Hello. Yes. Can you hear me?
Ah,
Hello, 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 hello. This is really awkward. Sometimes this internet
hello,
is.
hello. Can you hear me? Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, yes, I can hear you now. Yes, yes, I can hear you. Okay. So make sure that you go through all the LMS videos that we have, LMS e-learning videos. For your communication skills, you need to make use of the introduction part. Like I've told you before, do not make use of negative statement. Nothing is negative. No is negative. Not is negative. Okay, so anything that starts with no, not, none, and whatever you want to say in that signifies that it is not good, then you don't make use of that. Like you can go for an affirmative statement saying that, let's say you're saying this contains nothing, so you can say this is empty. Okay, so you can just make it in a positive way, so make sure that you go in that term. Do you get me?
Yes, yes.
Also, there's one more thing that I wish to talk is about the keywords. Okay, when you are giving your introduction, or whenever you are whenever you are giving any answer, make sure that answer contains the keywords required for the definition. Okay, as such we don't have a perfect definition in programming, but we do have the conceptual terms required. Let's say for example, if I want to introduce Java, I will say it is Java programming. Java is a programming language. It is a computer programming language which helps us to write code to solve a particular problem. So here the keywords were programming language, solving. Okay, so you need to make use of some technical term, some keywordical term required. Let's say for example, if I'm making use of thread. Okay, so let's say if the person is asking me to explain me the thread life cycle, I would say a thread from its creation to destruction goes through various states based on the functions invoked. Do you get me? Do you hear me?
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Okay, I think Venkana is gone off track. Okay, so I hope that is understood by you. Venkana, you can join back again so that we can talk. Okay. David, I would like to give you some feedback.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. So what I want you to do is to just polish your skill. Make sure that whatever uh, problem is given to you, you are just like a
Ma'am, I
professional
cannot hear you.
and get through it. Okay, your language is good, your answering capability is, yes, it is considerable. Whatever feedback that I've received, I'm talking based on that. So what you need to work on is only on your technological aspect, and here he goes. Everybody else, can you switch on your camera or join back again, or do something in which I can see you guys are moving? It's freezed. Can you all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so
Ma'am, I can't hear you, ma'am.
Ma'am, you are not
Ma'am, you are
audible.
on mute.
Ma'am, you are
Ma'am, you are
on
on
mute.
mute, ma'am.
Yeah, I was talking on phone, so I was not talking to you.
Sorry, ma'am. I thought
I know.
there was a network issue.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, there is a network issue. Because what I can see here is only few people visible. You are not visible to me. Few it is only Shubham and Riaz visible. That two others I don't know. The screen is on or not, even that is an issue. Okay, am I visible to you guys?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
is it a freezy thing?
No, you're visible.
Yes, ma'am. It's visual.
Okay, that's awkward. I cannot see anybody. Okay, let me just check with my internet. I'll be back.
Yeah,
Okay?
sure, sure.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you hear
Yes,
me? Okay, great. Okay, so I was talking to David.
David.
Yes. So David, just make sure that when are you in the ground, that means when are you, working and giving an output. Let's say when you are giving an interview, make sure that all your programs are running. Okay?
Sure.
So you know the answers, you know a lot of things. That is great. Just make sure that you are not stagnant at the place. Try to brush up every time. I would only like to know about whether you are good in Spring Boot technologies. Are you good with that?
I
Spring
mean,
Boot, JPA.
I'm just having some basic knowledge, ma'am. I'm not confident of everything.
So now I would request you to, start working on that as well. Okay? Any
Sure.
which ways, I'll tell you what exactly you need to study, what exactly is supposed to be done. That is what I'm going to show you today.
Okay.
Okay? So next, I wish to talk to Venkanna, but I don't know he will be able to hear me or not. You heard me, right, Venkanna? What I said? I've asked you to watch the e-learning videos. I've asked you to watch the LMS e-learning videos. Okay. Basically, it is going to help you to get the keywords which are required while answering a question. Okay. Even your answers were correct, but you will have to get towards the technology more. Also, how good are you in advanced Java? Yes.
J2 is J2W.
J2W, that is what I'm asking. JSP, Servlet, Spring, Boot, Spring, Hibernate, JPA, anything, you know?
No, man. Don't
You
know.
don't know JPA, you don't know Spring Boot, right? That is what you're saying.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes? Okay, no issues. We'll get through it. Okay, and I would like to talk to Banka. Yes, Banka. What was your feedback? Can you tell me what exactly was the issue you were facing when you were into the interview that was conducted by Vimal sir?
Yeah, first of all, my microphone, ma'am.
Okay. So that
and
was the major problem. Yeah.
and
And
second thing, so due to this issue, I was not able to understand what he is exactly asking, and and
okay.
so the main reason is so and the time I am in a rushing mode, so I need to go somewhere and here, so due to the issue, so I am getting a lot of calls during the interview as well, so that makes me completely
Off track. Okay. So just make sure that you get over all these things. Make sure that at that point of time your phone is not getting connected to any calls. Just make yourself whatever you can make people understand. I don't know those were important, so I cannot say about that. But of course, your hardware issue you can check it out. Okay. So I need to get a good feedback next time when you go for the interview. Because of this, because of technical issue and the issues that you're facing, I did not get, the feedback that I expected to receive for you. Okay.
yes, ma'am.
Also, don't panic. I told you before, if you panic, all your knowledge will go in vain. Okay, it's not going to make any sense um, if you know the concept, you know what is to be said, you know what are the keywords to be used. The way you're comfortable with me, you're supposed to be comfortable with the person who is in opposite, who is asking you any question. The reason is they're not going to shoot you. Okay, they don't have guns in their hand. They don't have weapons in their hand. They're going to be very easy breezy. Okay, you're going to be very easy breezy. Okay, next time when you go for the interview, they're going to ask you any questions. You're going to answer it in a bold way. Okay, if they're not, they're just going to fire you some questions. You don't have to answer it in a bold way. Answer it in a point. Yes, Banka? Ravi, can you hear me? Ravi Banka.
Sorry, ma'am, your voice is not audible.
Your voice is not clear.
Ah, my yeah, my voice. Well, my internet speed seems fine. I just checked it outside as well. What I mean, can you hear me clearly now, Banka?
Yes, ma'am, now it's fine.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, make sure next time you don't panic and
Yes,
get
ma'am.
through the deal.
Sure, ma'am,
Okay? You
definitely.
know the concept. If you need anything with the concept of core Java, you can let me know. Okay,
Definitely.
your answers, your questions, whatever you wish to frame. Okay, make sure
Yeah,
you
ma'am.
also have practical implementation knowledge about the same.
Yes, ma'am. Sure.
Okay, next time when you go for the interview, that means again you'll have to go for the mock interview because of your technical issues, and then we'll see what is to be done. Okay, great.
Oh,
Okay,
yes, ma'am.
so I would like to ask, do you have anything to talk? Do you wish to talk anything? Do you wish to say anything? Cannot hear you if you're talking.
And
Okay. How about Nandita? Nandita, can you hear me? Switch on your camera, guys. If you have switched it on, I should be able to see it. Is your camera on? Yes? Let me just go and check again. Hello all. Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me join again. Okay? Just stay there. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah, now you guys are a bit clear. So okay. Problem is with my internet connection. It is saying it is unstable. Hello,
Hello, ma'am.
am I audible now?
Ma'am,
Yeah,
you
No,
can.
ma'am.
Voice
You
is
are
not.
I'm so
audible, but your voice
Not,
is stuck in
sorry,
somewhere.
guys. I don't know what happened right now.
Mhm.
It was working and now it is not. Okay, this happens with the internet. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, madam, but it's lagging.
Can you guys hear me? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Am I? Great. That is what I wanted to hear. Okay, just give me a minute. Let me. I don't know why my browser has gone slow. Okay, I had to clear all my data. That is the reason I have to set everything in here. Okay, so yeah, I'm sorry about this. There's some issue with something. Okay, Nandita, I would like to know about you. Okay, if you can hear me. Yes, Nandita.
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you.
Can you switch on your camera?
Ma'am, there
Yeah.
is no signal in my area, so there
What
is.
was the issue when you were giving your interview?
I can't hear you, ma'am.
There is what?
I can't hear you.
Can you? Can everybody else hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, all. Can you all hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
I cannot hear you guys. That is okay. Great, if you can. Okay, so Nandita, I'll ask you later. Shubham, what about you?
Yes,
How
ma'am.
was your interview?
Uh, Good, ma'am, but not better because
Shubham,
yes, ma'am. You can hear me?
how was your interview?
Hello, ma'am. You hear me?
Yes, yes.
Some
Yeah, I can hear you.
yeah, yeah.
Hello.
Some introduction problem. How can I self introduction for your about my client, and some questions of collections and exception handling. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello. Hello. Mm. So you were saying,
Ma'am, why your voice is break? And
and my voice is breaking. It's something that I'm a bit helpless about this. So let's see what I can do.
Can you share another link,
See
ma'am?
me and hear me?
Can you share the new link?
The problem is with, no, it's not with this one. The problem is with my laptop. So let me see. How can I sort it out?
It's too difficult to answer the questions with this.
Ma'am, you can stop video, I think, ma'am, so that it would.
It does not even allow me to do that. It's just happening on its own, and many a
Yeah,
times it is not even allowing me.
now we can hear you
Now?
properly. Yeah, now
yes,
it's okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay then.
Maybe network is slow, ma'am.
So yeah, it's very fluctuating. Okay. So am I audible now?
uh,
Hopefully.
yes,
I'm not
ma'am.
able to do simple clicks on my laptop. Let me restart my PC. Okay.
Okay.
This. Hello.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Kindly.
Yeah, ma'am. Now you're
Yeah.
audible.
Yeah. The problem was my PC was getting updated to Windows 11. So it was downloading everything and the data went there. So I have to stop that. Okay. That is what I'm thinking. If I have got a good internet, why it is not working? So it was that issue. So yeah, so I was talking to Nanda, she has got a power cut issue, and I was talking to Shubham.
Yes,
Okay, your last, can you just make this quick? Shubham is
yes,
there
ma'am.
online? Yeah, tell me.
Uh, yes, ma'am. He said to me how to intro yourself about you when you facing the technical round of interview. Your only say only your work details and not your hobbies and not then extra everything. And he say me more improve in the topics. Some topics I can't answer some questions, topics of collection and exception handling. So then he said to me some improvement of collection and that topic.
Okay, so let me tell you, first of all, you need to, enhance your vocabulary, whatever you're talking, just make sure it is very clear, very crisp, very understandable. Your English is not that great, but you can make it good. Okay, you know how to do that. There are various methods, there are various ways to, try to talk more in English, try to enhance it. Okay, and about the concept, so if your English will get okay, the way you try to explain the concept will become okay.
Yes.
Okay, so that
Okay.
is directly proportional. Also, make sure that you go to all the e-learning videos which are there on the LMS. Okay, it applies to all of you guys. The videos which are present are curated specifically for your interview purposes, for cracking the interview of very big companies. So it is going to be a very helpful deal for all of you. Okay,
Yes.
so I would, so do you know advanced Java, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yes, ma'am. But only basics, just as servlets and JSP. That's all.
Okay, so how about core Java? You don't know collections and everything, right?
Uh, yes, ma'am.
So I am moving back you to module 1 to 5, okay?
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
Because you need to make that thing clear, okay? Make your collections correct. You, okay? So now what are you going to do? You're going to join me back at 2:30, okay? In the same link which is given in here.
Okay.
Okay, get through the collections, get through all the concepts which are present in core Java and the interview questions. I'm going to ask you questions based on that, and if you have got any doubt with any of these, you can let me know. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, leave and join back at 2:30.
Okay,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yeah, Riaz.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I want you to join at 2:30. Can you do
Okay.
that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Nandita.
Ma'am, can you hear me now?
I can hear. Yes. What was your feedback? Okay,
Mm,
till then, Riaz, you can just a minute, Anandita. Riaz, you can log off, join at 2:30. Before that, go through all the concepts which are required. Make sure I'm going to ask you programming questions today. You should be able to answer me that.
On core
Okay?
Java, ma'am.
I've given you yes on Core Java. Whatever I've given the list, I'll be asking you questions based on that. Okay? Can you go ahead?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Meet you at 2:30. Yeah.
Okay.
Nandita, continue.
yes, ma'am. Vimalja told me that the introduction was and not to talk about parents and all. We told about it's enough about personal skills and your about myself. And coming to the interview questions, though on that day I was not well, I could not able to answer two questions the sir asked. So before we can go to the videos and take care of the questions. Ma'am.
Shubham, join at 2:30. You can leave now. Okay, so Nandita, do you know collections and everything?
Yeah,
Everything of Core Java is known to you, or you still want some more brush up onto those topics?
I need to brush up now. Little bit more.
Okay. Let you join me at 2:30. Okay, along with the other people. Yes.
Okay.
Till then, go through all the questions, all the topics which are supposed to be done. Refer to Java T point or go through the LMS. Okay. I would request you to go through the LMS. If you have got any doubt, just jot it down. We'll discuss about the same.
Okay,
Okay.
ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Great. Yeah. Join me at 2:30.
Madam,
Okay. Yes.
I still have one question regarding introduction. What should include and what not?
Okay. So for introduction, just give me a minute. Okay. So because of the internet, I have to sit in here. So I've got people around me. I have to make sure of that. Okay. So here, when you're introducing yourself, make sure that you have got a smile on your face. Okay. Also, you will have to make sure that you start by giving your name. Okay. Whenever I was asking anyone to give me an interview, I was okay, it was required. I'm so sorry. It was required. I was asking you this. First, you introduce yourself, saying your name. What is your name? And then followed by what is your a brief introduction with the technologies that you know about. Okay, so these were the two things that I required. Now, what you need to add more is you don't have to talk very much into personal. When I give any interview, I just talk in a very layman way, very simple way that, hello, my name is Neha Jaiswal. I am currently working with Million Lights. Okay, and my previous experience was I was working in some XYZ company wherein I was dealing with Pearson degrees for 12 plus students, and then I was now I'll go from in descending order. Okay, this was my past experience. Before that, I will talk about my previous that experience. Okay, now if I am a fresher, now how am I supposed to talk in that term? Okay, so hi, my name is Neha Jaiswal. I stay in this location, and then you stop with your personal thing that you wish to talk about, and then you can talk about things like my expertise lies in these technologies. I have done few courses. I know about these things. Okay, XYZ courses notes you have given. I have also done the certification. I know Java SE8. I know the database concept associated with it. Okay, so you need to talk about what you know. I'm keeping it very simple. I'm not saying I don't know what is Java 15. Of course, I don't know, but I will talk in that term that I know. Okay, I know Java 8. Getting the point? Yes. Then now after this thing, after your expertise, you're going to talk about your latest qualification. So your latest qualification is, let's say, I am masters in science, and you have got some achievements in that. So you can talk about that. Like I was the topper of my class, topper of my college at that point of time. So I make sure that I mention that. Okay, it gives a hint to the person that this person has stand out of the crowd and has come up to this interview. So make yourself, uh, good at that point of time. Also, smile, keep your hairs good. Okay, and of course your attire plays a very important role. Okay, whatever you wear, it should look formal, although you wearing whatever down it, that's okay. If it is going to be an online interview, your the portion which is visible to the camera should be, yes, it should be good. The lights, the camera, everything should be working fine. The hardware should not be an issue. Good.
And should not
Anything else
include?
you wish?
What should not include?
I don't know. I was talking. I said it should include that. Should not include. Don't have anything not
Previous
negative.
qualifications like what we did done in the intermediate or
So, what is your latest qualification?
graduation before.
Of course, you have come to graduation after completing your intermediary. right? If you want, you can also talk in inter. In inter, I have scored this percentage. In 10th, I have scored so and so percentage. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Sirisha left. Okay, fine. Okay, good, great. Okay. So let me just continue with. So I wanted to talk about this from the very beginning. So it was on Friday that you had your interview. Next time, if there's an interview, I'll make sure even I'm there for it, just to know. Mhm. Okay. So JDBC, up till JDBC, I hope none of you have got any issue. Yes, everybody is good. Manka, you need to switch on your camera as well. I have not seen you today. Hello, Manka. Okay, I had to open a document for that. I was just copying some stuff. Okay. So we don't have any problem with these concepts. Am I correct? Let me just share my screen to you. Up till JDBC we are good. Yeah? No issues here? Yes? I would like a yes or no.
No issues, man.
Okay, great. So yeah. Okay, share with me. There has to be some. God, everything got changed. Okay. I'm not sure whether it is this one. I need to just get this again. Okay, fine. I have it. Okay. So this is only the Java. Yeah, I don't have it. Okay. So when we talk about enterprise Java, okay? So enterprise Java contains, you must have seen in your LMS, it contains a lot of things, okay? It contains JDBC, it contains JSP servlet, it contains XML, it contains web development, okay? So here, your peculiar necessity or your need is going to be in creating the project. You should be good at creating projects, okay? Projects as in, now here you need to deal with your web development. Now, web development includes programming, scripting, and database language again. So there are various things involved into it. So if you want to make your computer work as a computer that can also deploy the project and execute it, for that you require IDE. Yes, the IDE which you are using is, which one are you using? Eclipse, right? I
Eclipse.
suppose it is the latest version you all are dealing with. Okay. So each and every project would require you to have JSP and servlet. Servlet at the end is going to be considered as a controller when you go for your Spring and other stuff. Okay, but there you don't actually write the servlet, but it is somewhat similar to that. Okay, you should be knowing how to program in here. Okay, so here when I talk about servlets are Java. It is server code. Okay, so we have got all the coding, the basic coding required in there. Okay, the server side coding required in there. So what do you do in there? You understand the HTTP methods required. Do you know what are the HTTP methods required for servlets? HTTP methods.
Get,
Okay.
Post.
post,
You have get,
Do get.
post,
Do get. Do
put,
post.
do get, do post. Those are the name of the functions.
Service.
yes,
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
put,
Service,
Init
put,
destroy.
delete.
correct. So yeah, yeah. Great. So you know about this, right? Great. What about the life cycle of servlet?
Init service
Yes.
and destroy.
In its service and destroy life cycle. Okay. What is the
Methods.
significance? They will ask you if you say you know this. Okay, you're saying that you know that a servlet has got a life cycle. What is in it? Service and destroy. In it is a method.
Yes, ma'am.
Service is a
Yeah.
method. Okay, which can be further. We can go for a do get
Request
or
processing.
do post method, right? This can
Yeah.
be used for this. Yes, do I make sense for all of you? Yes, Venkana. Is this
Yes,
new
ma'am.
for you or you know about this?
New for me.
Okay, so let's have a gist. I'll tell you what to refer. Again, you can refer to Java T point. Wonderful explanation given in there. Okay, for everything. So you can get it there as well. If you need anything, I'm there online. I will be there available for correction of any of your doubts. Okay, it is required that whenever you come for any lectures or any sessions, you are into 5, 6 to 10. So it is required that you come brushing up some topics. Okay, just go ahead with the topic, and then also the LMS might help you for the same. Okay, don't worry, you'll get through it. You'll know it. Okay,
The interview
and then
questions are from
destroy.
these two as well.
Yes, a lot of questions. If you say that you know what is servlet, they might ask you about this as well. Yes,
Yeah.
because servlet is also huge. There are a lot of concepts in servlets. We're not going to see everything, only the ones which are required at the end. Okay, so they will ask you about the life cycle. Okay, life cycle of a servlet object. So whenever I create a servlet program, that program has to be hosted or that has to be deployed onto the server. Now here, my server that I'm talking about is Apache. Apache Tomcat.
Tomcat.
Apache is a web server, whereas Tomcat is a container, which helps me. It is a web container, web server container, which helps me to deploy Java JSP servlet code into it. Okay, it is specifically Tomcat is specifically made for JSP servlet. Is that clear? Yes, in very simple term, in very layman term. Okay. So now, whenever an object is created, an instance is created. So there's a life cycle. There's a servlet engine which does all the things required for it, and as a servlet instance creation is done. So when a servlet is initialized, or when it is called, or when it is created, okay, whenever it is instantiated, then calls the initialization method. Initialize what I'm going to do in there. this initialization method or init method is going to have all the initial tasks to be done. Let's say for a servlet is supposed to perform, it has to open the database connectivity, or it has to create a file beforehand before actually getting into the execution. So all the it is like a constructor. Okay, it's not exactly a constructor, but you can say it is similar to that, but it is called after constructor. Okay. Next is service. The service method can be a do get method or a do post method. Okay. So what can you tell me about do post method, David?
Yeah, ma'am. So when there is a call for the servlet with the method of post, so then do post method will be executed and the request processing logic will be written on in the do post. Suppose if you are filling a form and you're submitting the form where the method is equal to post, so then the post do post method will be executed.
Exactly. Okay. So here I'm having an HTML form with me. If I try to add any details and click on submit, okay, my form tag has got an attribute method is equal to post, okay, and the action name as the servlet name, then it is going to jump to that particular servlet, and a do post method is required to handle the request which has been sent for this servlet. So the servlet which you create is going to have the do get or do post method. Do not worry, Venkana. You can right away go and check for Java T point. Whatever I'm talking, do I make sense or not? Okay. So I'm talking in a very what do you call, in a very superficial level, because it is understood that you should be knowing the basics. Now, for getting through the basics, if you need my help, I can give you some of my notes that I have. Those are the basic ones. I can share it with you. Okay, and then it will help you to accelerate your process of learning the concept. Okay. Next is destroy. Once every task is done, once whatever I want is done, and for my do post do get a service method, the servlet instance is destroyed when a new servlet instance is called. Okay, whenever a new thing is supposed to be created. Use a handkerchief. Okay, now we have got a request response handling. Okay, what do you mean by request response handling? Now, everything that we have in servlet is based on request and response cycle. Okay, there is going to be, so we have got a server, we have got a client. Always, a client is going to make a request to the server, and this request is going to be an HTTP request, and you will receive an HTTP response back from the server to the client. So it is this request and response object that we deal with. To be very precise, if there are various interfaces, there are various classes which are used. So if I have to talk about the topmost interface of servlet is Banka, which is the parent interface of servlet. Okay, what is a generic servlet? Whether it is a class or it is an interface. Yes, David.
Ma'am, it is a class, ma'am. I think it is an abstract class.
What, generic servlet?
Generic servlet is a class, ma'am. Servlet is actually the interface that is having, parent class.
Yeah, the parent, or I would say the basic of all the servlet is your servlet
Uh,
interface, whereas
Servlet
generic
interface
servlet is a class.
class.
Yes.
Yeah.
And which is the servlet class that we use into our servlet programming?
HTTP servlet.
Yes, correct. It is HTTP servlet interface, because I can have a lot of protocols working along. So this generic servlet is again further inherited by HTTP servlet. And then because of that, I have got my request as HTTP servlet request, HTTP servlet response. These two are interfaces again. Okay. Now, if I talk about, let me just share my whole screen. Okay, I'm just going to. They don't have servlet. Awkward. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. Okay, so you can go to HTTP servlet, you can go to generic servlet if you can see in here. Yes. So this is your servlet API. So here you're going to make use of Java X.servlet. This is the package which is used, which contains all the required things. Again, you should be knowing what is a WAR file. Can you tell me what is a WAR file? Yes.
So yeah, ma'am. So WAR file is like a web application archive file where the web application that is to be hosted in the server, it should be like archived into a WAR file. So where jar is an
And
desktop application. Yeah.
yes, correct. So whenever you just accumulate everything, all the jars and the programs which you have created and create a jar, okay? So that means you're creating a desktop application, a zip version of it, which if you double click or whatever the mean you have, .exe that you want to do it, okay, there are various ways to do it. So you can just create it into one package and then you can call it. Likewise, if you wish to deploy your project, you need to deploy the war which you have. This is done automatically by your computer, by your not your computer, but by your IDE, which is Eclipse. So whenever you click on run or run as server, it is automatically going to run your project onto the server by deploying the war file onto it. Okay. Okay. Next is I was talking about. Okay, so there are various IDEs. We are making use of Eclipse. Okay, now here there is one more thing which we have, that is your XML. Okay, XML and Maven. Now, when I talk about XML and Maven here, when I'm creating a project, I'm supposed to have an XML file. Now, this file is called as deployment descriptor. Do you know about this?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
guys. Okay, so if you don't know it, you'll get to know it. This is also called as web.xml file. Okay, deployment descriptor file. It will contain all the servlet information. So either I go for this deployment descriptor to have the specific information or the required information, or I can make use of an alternative called as annotation for the same. Yes, do you know, guys, annotation? So if I want to make, let's say, for example, in servlet, if in web.xml, if I want to do it, I can create servlet and I can, list it down here saying that my deployment descriptor saying, I would say that this particular project contains this servlet, so and so servlet into it. Whereas I can make use of annotation, I can specify at the rate and the servlet name. Okay, this I can do in my Java class. You get this? You can do this into your Java class, and this is to be done into your web.xml file. So that is the basic difference. Other than that, when you go ahead, when you go beyond for your Spring programming or JPA programming, XML plays a very important role. That is my doorbell. Okay. So when you go for Java program, sorry, when you go for Spring programming and everything, then annotation will be there. But along with that, if you want to go for some configurations and everything, then you make use of web dot this dot XML file. So we can have dispatcher dot servlet dot dispatcher servlet dot XML files. There can be files related to your databases. There can be files related to your services. So you can have various means. So things have evolved accordingly, and then you can work. Okay, so this is your deployment descriptor. The other thing that you can talk about is your Maven. Now, can you tell me what is Maven?
Maven.
Yes, nice.
It is a build
Maven.
tool, I think. It is
It
a
is
build tool.
again a framework. Yes, it is many. People say different terms for it. It is actually a framework again. Framework inside a framework that helps you to create the project more efficiently. Okay, you can say it is a building tool. You can say it is a framework. So it's up to you. So, what do we do using? Why do we use this? Okay, if I have to go for project creation, this is going to pose a lot of. If I have got a big project and I need to deal with all the sort of the libraries to be accumulated, because Java is very unpredictable in that at this point of time you need to be very sure that what jar is going to be suitable to the other type of jar that I'm trying to collaborate with. So this amalgamation issue can be resolved if I know, if I'm dealing with various jar files, okay, the versions and everything. So if I need to control everything, all the jars, the project, and how the project is supposed to work, and for that I make use of this Maven project. So I can create a Maven web application project, or I can simply create a Maven, what do you call? Um, Maven desktop application. Everything can be created with this. So when I say I want to do some database programming for that as well, I can make use of such. Let's say this is the place where I'm going to add all my dependencies. Now, what do you mean by dependencies? Anybody tell me? Yes? Am I audible to all?
Yeah, ma'am.
Can you guys connect? Okay. What are dependencies?
Okay. So dependency is something like if you are using some jar and that jar is dependent on some other jar. So that the second jar is a dependent to the first jar. So that is actually a dependency.
Here, the dependencies that we talk about are going to be our jar files. Okay?
Ma'am, I couldn't hear.
Our jars or the
I think we
APIs
have
that
to
we
include, right?
the yes, the ones which we need to include into our project. Okay? Yeah,
Okay.
the reason
Madam,
why we
I
call
have
it
one doubt.
dependency because they're dependent on each other. Yes, tell me.
You said Maven is framework. Is it similar to Spring or some frameworks we have for front end and back end? Is it
No,
similar
no,
to
no,
that?
no. It is a project building framework. It is a building tool, like he said. Many of the website they also specify that it is a framework for creating. It is a framework within a framework for creating a project.
It's not a software.
Let's say if I'm working with Spring, software is your IDE.
Oh, within Eclipse you are using, but
Yes. It is something that you can download in there. Let me just show it to you. Okay, let's say if this is your project. Okay, I am going to create a normal Java project. So I can go for file, new, and you can check. There is a Maven project. Can you see here? I can create a Java project, I can create a Maven project. So this Maven project is just going to ease my task by automatically downloading the dependencies which I need for my file, for my project. I need not worry about it. So there is a certain thing to be followed. Let's say here, if I say create simple project. I have got everything today. So here I will say create simple project because I am working with a Java project. I'm not creating a J2EE project. So here I need to specify com.id. My group ID, which is com.ml. This is a package name that I will specify. This is my core Java that I'm doing. And artifact ID is the name of your project. So that will come automatically. So I will say here whatever. Let's say I'm saying this is my simple project. It has to be jar. I can create a POM, I can create a war. Okay, for now because I'm creating Java, it is going to be jar. Okay, the snapshot can be the same. It is the version which you specify. Okay, and then you can go for a finish. Other thing, if you wish, you can do it. You can add up the parent project. You can give another name if you want. Otherwise, it will take the same project name which we have in here, which is the artifact ID. Once I do the finish, you can see. Now this time you can see the project above. Okay, if you can see it, I don't know whether you can. There's only J written onto it in a simple Java project. But if you see here, it is also having M. That means you can check with the structure. Can you check? Can you see the structure? The basic structure difference. Here everything is there into your jar. Your 1.8 is something, your library, your JRE is 1.8, whereas in here the library is 1.5. Yes, Now, why do I have my jars? My jars are present inside my home. So let's see. Yes.
Nothing, ma'am. I said palm.
Ma'am, you are not audible.
Yeah, great. Hello.
Hello.
Your voice is breaking, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you said right.
Hello.
Hello.
Still, it's not clear, ma'am.
It's actually breaking, ma'am. Again.
Hello.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah. What am I supposed to do now? I'm just connecting to everything. Which let's do this. Okay. Let's start. Okay, guys. Hello, all. Can you hear me? Yes? Okay. Just give me a few more minutes. I suppose there are a few other people to join. Okay, so I think there are going to be much more people around, so we shall start. Everybody can hear me, right? I want you all to switch on your camera if it is possible. Okay. Okay. So, so did you go through everything? Did you go through all the concepts which were required? Yes, Riaz. Yes. So now I'm giving you 10 minutes, okay, 10-15 minutes time. Now you at your end are supposed to create a project and show it to me. Okay, what do you call a program and show it to me. Okay, no need to share your screen. I trust you on the fact that you're not going to copy it from anywhere. Okay, and let's go ahead. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to create a program. Okay, to to do what? Let me just check. What can you do? Mm, Java program to get through an to your Fibonacci series. I want you to create a Fibonacci series program. You can do that, correct? Yeah, you have 10 minutes in your hand, 10-15 minutes. So it is right now 2:40. So you should be available, or you should be free by, you should be done by 15 minutes from now. Okay, 55. Okay, great. Continue. Nandita, I want you also to write a program. Okay, do it at your end and let me know whenever you're ready. 15 minutes again, you'll be having the same time frame. Okay, and your question is you need to uh, you need to reverse a string. Okay, you need to reverse a string without using string handling function. Okay, these are the basic ones. Okay, 15 minutes. Okay, people, you're going to keep your camera on, your mics on mute. Do not copy. I trust you guys because you want to get a job. You're not going to do that. Okay, others, I would like to talk to you. Okay, and also Shubham.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, for you, you need to get me the second largest element of an array. Write a program to get the second largest element of the array.
Okay, ma'am. In
Okay,
notepad, ma'am, ki or notebook on my
I want to see
laptop.
the output. 15 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, you're having 15 minutes. I wish to see the output. What is the feasible option?
Okay, ma'am.
Go with that. Great. Okay, so I would like to talk to new people. Here I have got one new person. Hi, Ramesh.
Hi, madam. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, madam.
Sorry, good afternoon. Have we met before, or this is the first time?
Madam.
Okay, great. So your name is Ramesh what? Your full name Ramesh?
Only Ramesh.
Ramesh what?
Only Ramesh. Ramesh.
On, only Ramesh. Okay, so I was supposed to write only Ramesh. Okay, fine.
No,
So,
Ramesh.
okay, great. Okay, so Ramesh and Sirisha, I would like you all to, you both of you to um, talk to me. Okay, Ramesh, can you tell me what is your, can you just introduce yourself to me with your name? Okay, and what are the technologies you're comfortable with? Because you know, in Million Lights, there are 10 technologies offered, which is
Yes.
used for your interview purpose. So, of those 10 technologies, which are the technologies you're comfortable with?
I'm Java and SQL, madam.
Java and SQL. That means module 1 and 2. How about HTML, CSS, JavaScript?
Yeah, I know the basics of all these things. Email.
Okay, you know the basics of HTML. Okay. And
And
JavaScript, CSS?
yeah, I don't know. No idea. JavaScript.
Okay, fine. No issues. Okay, so we will have to work on Core Java. Okay, so you are basically, I wish to ask you this, that you're from IT background, right?
Yes, madam. Yes,
Okay,
madam.
so you have done, so you have got a programming background.
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, fine. So let's see this. Let's go ahead with this. So Sarisha and Ramesh, Okay, and hello, Pavan. Switch on your camera. Okay, so Pavan, is there any improvement?
I have gone through the some basics and logics of Java programming.
Okay, so write me a program. Okay, you have to show me the output of this program in next 15 minutes. Okay, Sirisha, some. You need to print me all the odd numbers from 1 to 100. Okay, Pavan?
Okay.
Okay, odd numbers from 1 to 100. It is a very basic program. Okay,
Okay.
15 minutes. Do not copy. I trust you. You don't need to share me your screen. What you need to do is just be there online. Just show me your face and go ahead with your program. Okay?
I can write the logic, but I have an issue regarding the command prompt window as it is making me not allowing me to show the output. I have faced this issue for 2 days.
What is the issue exactly?
It is saying that the Java is not installed in this computer. JDK is not
Did you
installed.
install JDK? You have installed?
I have installed and set up the administrator.
Okay, so did you set the environment variable?
Come again?
Did you set the environment variable?
Okay, I have set it.
So show me your screen. Share me your screen and give me the control if possible. Share the screen. Okay, till then, Sirisha and Ramesh. Okay, till then you say I'll talk to them. Sirisha, you know Java programming, right? Yes. If I ask you code, you will be able because I wish to know how much you're good at programming. Okay, and then don't worry if it is wrong, guys. I'm not going to shoot you with any gun. I don't have any, and that too, it's not possible to do it from here. So you just need to give an attempt. I wish to see what exactly you can do with the program if given a condition. Yes?
Okay,
Yes,
ma'am.
Sirisha? So I want you to find the factorial of a number. Sirisha. Okay? Ramesh, can you write a
Ye-
program for me in Java?
Yes, yes, sure, ma'am.
Sorry?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. I want you to swap two numbers without using third variable. Okay, it is a pretty
Swap.
easy program. Two numbers without using third variable. Okay? You have 15 minutes, guys. So I won't be allowing anybody to go beyond 5, 5. Sorry, no, 3, 5, right? That is going to count for 15. I
Yeah,
won't
yeah.
allow anybody to do any more program after that. Okay, great.
Yes,
Please
ma'am.
continue. Once your program is done, okay, if even if it is not done, okay, I want you to write down the approach, how you're going to solve out, how you're going to sort it out. What is going to be the way you're going to the way you're going to write down the program, or what you have in your head listening to the question. Okay, make
Okay,
sure you
ma'am.
write something. Make sure you have something to show me. I don't want any answer no, okay? Because if you say no now, this is going to be a habit and you're going to continue that ahead. Let's not make that. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Go ahead. You can mute yourself and just let your camera open. Do not copy from the internet. If you will copy it, I will know it. Because I know a lot of students and I have dealt with a lot of people like you. So just make sure that you don't copy. Okay? So, Pavan, share me your screen. Let's see what is your issue.
I have no right to share the screen. I have no access to share the screen.
It is okay. I'm giving you. Okay, now share. Okay. Command prompt, open command prompt. You need to share the whole screen. Okay, you know your mistakes. And there's no indentation in your code. Indent your code. What do you mean by indentation?
What? I'm not getting.
Okay, I don't know what you're saying. I want you to open command prompt. CMD. Open CMD. Yeah. Write Java C. Enter. You just have to write enter to check. Okay. Fine. Number.java file is not found. Where did you store your number.java file?
In the E drive, ma'am.
So you need to go to that. So type cd. No, don't do that. Just do cd. You don't need to do that. Okay, what you need to do is go to the place where your file is stored. It's here, right? Go to the address bar. Go to ml java. Yeah, copy. Yeah, go back. CMD. Yes. Write cd. C for cat, D for dog. Space and paste. Paste the path. Yes. cd is change directory. Okay. Now write E colon. E colon. Enter. Okay. Now press up arrow. One more. One more. Enter. Done. What is I plus 2? It is only I plus plus allowed in for loop. Okay. You can stop sharing. I plus 2 is an error in your for loop. Do I need to check everything of your file? Dude, stop sharing. Okay. You can mute yourself, Pavan.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Mute, mute.
Okay.
Let me know whenever done. Raise your hand. Okay? Whosoever is done first, raise your hand.
Ma'am, it's Subham done.
Sorry?
I have done.
You have done it? Okay, share me your screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Others continue with your task. Okay. So I have asked you to do.
Yes, ma'am.
What was the question? Second largest.
Second largest number.
Okay. Which is the second largest number? What is the output? Run the code. Save it. Okay. So what is T here?
What, ma'am?
Why did you make use of T? What is T?
T is the another string variable which when this variable is used to swap the numbers for.
It is string. You said it is a string variable. Do you think it
No,
is a string
no,
variable?
integer variable.
So how is swapping happening in here? I don't understand the concept. Can you explain it to me?
Yes, ma'am. Because that's there is a in the for loop. My concept I is equal to 0, then I is less than my hold the value of it, integer a. Array list 5 to 10. So then my starting the array 0, 1, 2, 3. The whole length 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Total number is 5. Then I is less than 5. Then he consider the value of then he go to the loop of inner loop, and j is value of I plus 1 is the my value of agar 0 hai to j's value is 1, and j is also less than whole the
So
length of.
instead of using agar, you can say if the value of j is equal to 1, yeah, then
Okay.
if, okay? You can try to improve in that pattern. Yeah, continue.
Okay, so then consider if my value is increase 1, I की value अगर j की value से increase है, then you swipe the number.
I won't listen to any Hindi terms, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
It's नहीं, equal, equal is the term, okay? मैं यहाँ पे आपकी गलती पकड़
Yes,
रही हूँ
ma'am.
ताकि
Yes,
आपको
ma'am.
आसानी हो सके, आप आगे ये गलती ना दोहराएं, ठीक है? और
Yes,
मैं
yes,
गलती
ma'am.
बताऊंगी तो उसको सुधारने के लिए है.
Okay,
Please
ma'am.
continue.
Here put the one condition. If a is if a I is less than j, then
It is A of I. This is how you pronounce an array. You will say A of I is less than A of J. Arrays में I and J you specify of. Okay? The
okay.
arrays of. A of I is less than A of J.
Then here the value of I, a of I. So then t is equal to a of I value. A of I value is my 0. Then again a of I value is equal to a of j value. A,
So let me tell you, this is how you're going to say it.
yeah.
Let's say, for example, if A of I, which is 0 right now, is equal to 5. So whatever value is in A of 5 will be assigned to T. Try to use technical term.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. T is the variable which stores A of I's value. Now, my A of I value will be assigned with the value A of J, wherein A of J is A of J is nothing but my value 2. So now it
Okay.
will assign it to I. Now A of J will be will have the value
Okay.
T. So what is the value of T? That was of A of I. So here in my case, the value of A of I was 5 and our value of A of J was 2. So now because of swapping, now A of I is 2 and A of J is 5. And now in this way, you are trying to sort your you're trying to sort your array. Once the sorting is done, once the array is sorted, now what is the last statement that you have? Line number 22. Can you explain me that?
System print ln system SOP second largest number is array of 1. It mean what is the array value of a array of I?
What?
Then he print of this program is print of value of array of 1.
What is array of 1?
Array of j is equal to.
You have copy pasted the program from the internet because you cannot explain me the last statement. Yes? Stop sharing the
No, ma'am.
screen. Explain me the last statement.
Arrays.
What is this? What is system.out.println second largest number plus a of 1? What is this?
A of 1 is swap the my number of a of I and a of j.
What is it?
A of I and swapping the number of a of j.
So what is the value? Why do you make use of a of 1? Stop sharing. Shubham, get me the
Okay, ma'am.
answer. What is a of 1? Stop sharing. You have copy pasted. And Riaz. Done? You need to unmute if you're talking.
Ma'am.
Yes. Tell me.
I have done Fibonacci series.
Okay.
Okay.
Share me your screen.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, is it busy?
Yes, it is. Okay. What is the Fibonacci concept?
Fibonacci, it's like adding the numbers.
Can you explain it to me with the series?
Ma'am, I can say it in short.
What? What are you saying? What
Adding
is
the
Fibonacci series?
adding the numbers.
Adding a number is Fibonacci series. So I say 0 is added to 1, 1 is added to something. What is this created and how it is created?
Ma'am, it is.
Do you understand my question?
Yes, ma'am,
Because you
I
are giving
understood.
me an output.
Ma'am?
You're giving me an output and it is a correct output. So you should give me a reason for having such an output.
Ma'am, I can explain it.
Yes? See, don't be afraid. I'm telling you again. If you are afraid and if you panic, जो आपको आता है ना वो भी आप नहीं कर पाओगे. ठीक है? तो डरने वाला प्रोग्राम करने का ही नहीं यहाँ पे. Chill, relax. Okay? Now explain me what is the series. You do not know it? Tell me directly. You don't know it.
No, ma'am, but I'm not getting how to explain.
You want to talk in Hindi?
No, ma'am, I'm comfortable in English.
You're comfortable in English, right? Because anyways, I was not going to let you talk in Hindi. I was just going to ask you to write it down in Hindi and interpret and then talk to me in English. Yes. So basically, here you will say that given the number, so here you have declared two variable A is equal to 0, B is equal to 1, and C is equal to 0. The logic says that you need to create a Fibonacci series, a Fibonacci series, whatever you call it. They have to, the subsequent or the consequent number which is going to come after the given number is going to be the addition of previous two numbers. Okay, that is the logic. And because you have copied from the internet, you don't know how this works.
Ma'am, I have copied, but I tried to understand it. I accept
To
it,
try to
but
understand. Now, I'll give you 5 more minutes. Okay, wonderful. You accepted. I'll give you 5 more minutes. Accepting is not going to help you. The deal
okay,
is the interviewer won't take it in a positive way. Okay,
okay,
make sure you don't
okay,
do that. Okay, so I'll give you 5 minutes. Break down the loop. Explain me what is this Fibonacci series? What is happening in here?
okay, ma'am.
Yes, be
Yes,
quick. 5 minutes.
okay,
Okay, next person. You can stop sharing.
okay.
Who's ready next? Nandita, ready?
Ma'am, I don't have laptop, ma'am. I logged into
Okay, show me.
my phone. Can I explain what I understood, ma'am, through the program?
Yes, can you just click a photo of what you have written and then it will be easy for me to see it. Send it to me on Slack.
My phone is not supporting Slack, ma'am.
Your phone supports WhatsApp?
Yes, ma'am.
I cannot share WhatsApp with you. Email me.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay? neha.j@atml
I
at the
have
rate gmail.
I have a mail.
Send it to me.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, then we'll talk. Who is Nilesh? Yes, Nilesh? Can you switch on your camera so that we can talk? Nilesh,
Yes. Can I add people, ma'am?
who is talking?
Hello,
Yeah, who is it?
ma'am. My laptop camera is not properly working. So
Join with phone as well. Okay, if
yeah,
that is the case, if your thing is not working, use two devices. That's okay. You just need to be visible to me. Okay, join via camera. It is only then I can talk to you. Okay, because I need to connect. I need to look at you. Yes, Nandita, you have sent me, emailed me.
I'm converting it to Drive, ma'am. Send then only I can send to mail.
Okay. Okay. So Ramesh, how about you? Yes? Ramesh? Yes. You need to unmute yourself to talk to me.
I forgot to unmute. Just
Yeah.
I
Tell
get
me.
the invariables, madam.
Yeah.
I don't know how to swap. Means I didn't understand or I right.
Okay. So Ramesh, I want to ask you this. Did you go through the LMS videos, all the videos which I mentioned?
Yeah, madam.
Okay. So what is the problem you're facing while writing the program? Is it the logic or the way to write it?
Logic means I didn't understand the concept. In the LMS, there is explain normal questions like hello, into for loop.
Okay. So did you do the test? Did you complete the test?
Yes, madam.
So in test, there was also assignment. Did you do that? Java
No,
assignment?
no, madam. And only that part was
Do it. So
okay,
task for
madam.
you today is going to be you are going to complete all the programs which are
Mm,
mentioned in that use case. Okay? After
yeah,
my session.
yeah.
Okay?
I'm just writing in my book, madam. Just one program, sorting, reverse sorting.
Okay.
After that, I enter into my laptop.
Yes, Nandita, ready?
Did you receive it, ma'am?
Yes, I have. Yeah. Tell me.
First, I'm giving the class name as reverse string, ma'am. And then I'm
Yeah.
giving public static void main string arg. So then I declare the string as hello world. For example, I've given hello world. And I need to reverse the string, so it is in the semicolon. And then I use for loop. Int I is equals to string length, which is -1. I less than is equals to 0. I want the length to be within -1, ma'am. Then I reverse the string using the string character, which is in the int I. Then I print the reverse string, ma'am. Then the output will be DLROWOLLEH. My camera quality is not good, ma'am.
Yeah, I can see that. I need to figure out where you were talking. Okay, so considering that whatever you have given is correct, minus minus I, yeah, now I get it, what I'm looking at. Okay, so when is your laptop going to be good?
I don't have it, ma'am.
Yes, Nandita,
I
you
don't
don't
have
have
it.
a laptop.
No, ma'am.
So how do you program?
Uh, in college I was doing, ma'am. In home I was not having
Okay, so which phone do you have?
Redmi Note 4, ma'am.
So you can use online compilers which are present on browser. On Chrome, you can check for compilers, Java compilers online, and
Okay.
then you can write the code and check whether it is correct or not. Okay,
Okay,
even
ma'am.
that is going to help.
Is there
So
any
the,
software so that I can download through the mobile and show you, ma'am? App
there
names?
must be some. There must be some. I don't use that. It was never required for me because my job requires me to have a laptop. So let me just check on my phone whether do we have it. Okay, I'll get to that later. Just ping me once.
Okay,
We'll
ma'am.
check it and send it. Okay?
Okay,
Okay.
okay, ma'am.
So Nilesh, I need to see you to talk to you. Can you switch on your camera or just sign in also with your phone so that I can see you? And you have joined very late. Any reason for the same? Yes? Nilesh.
Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
yeah, ma'am, I'm outside the home, so I'm.
So is it for today or it is going to be every day that you're going to be out?
Yeah, ma'am.
What? Yeah, you're going to be out every day at this
No,
time?
ma'am. Monday to Friday.
You're working
Yeah, sir.
as
As a technical
as a technical. What is the job role?
technical support in college,
Okay, technical support in college. Which college?
Pune Zil College.
Okay, what is your full name, Nilesh?
Nilesh Vilas Godke.
Okay, so you're Maharashtrian?
Yeah, Maharashtra.
Okay, so from next time, make sure that your camera is on, even if you are from your. Just show me your face once, and then you can switch it off. But I wish to see you. And if you are coming through your office time as well into the session, I appreciate it. But you need to be on time, and you need to show yourself.
Yeah, okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, one question, please. Our office is in Pune.
Well, I'm a freelancer, I'm working from home, so I'm not pretty sure about that. Although I know that this office is in UK, the main office is in UK. I need to get that. I need to ask them. I suppose it is in Pune.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, Pavan,
Hello. Hello.
yes, Pavan, I can hear you. You just need to share me your screen. Okay. Okay. Can you tell me what is indentation which your program does not have?
What-
Can you give me control? I want your PC control.
You want my approach towards the program?
No, I want the control of your program, of your laptop.
Control of my laptop. I didn't get the
Yeah.
points.
You don't get the point. How do you do that? Ask for advanced participant can share simultaneously, breakthrough, settings, more. Stop. Can we ask for control, anybody?
TeamViewer. Download TeamViewer.
Arey, yaar, we don't want to do that. We need to stick to this. Right now, we'll stick to this. Okay. So first of all, Guy, your program is not indented. I would even not look at your program. I don't wish to look at your program because everything is on the left hand side. Yeah. When I was writing the program, I have asked you to write it in an indented format, wherein you write class number, open the brackets, then everything inside the number is supposed to be shifted one tab ahead. Yes? Did you shift your program one tab ahead? Can you just copy paste your program and send it to me on chat? copy the program and paste it on the chat. And stop sharing. Let me share. Did you send it to me? Copy all and paste. Yes. So this is your program, and this is a very awkward program. This is not how you're supposed to write it. Always, if I want to say that a class number contains everything, right? This number contains in this here, you need to write it in this format. This is called as indentation. This for loop contains if, so it has to be indented inside it. If contains system.out.println, it should be inside it. Like this. If ends here. Okay? For ends here. Public static void main ends here. This is the way how program is supposed to look. Am I clear? Yes, that is indentation. Do you have any doubt with indentation now? Do that. Okay. And I've given you very simple program. And that was just a quick thing that you were supposed to do. Now, so guys, I suppose that now here I have asked some of the people to come back in core Java and get their topics cleared. Okay, that is because you need to crack the interview. Okay, the interviews are very tricky. Many times they ask you such questions which you might not be able to get through. But the question is actually, instead of going in this way, they are going in the opposite way. But the question is the same, the answer remains the same. So you might have to get through that. You might have to understand each and everything required for it. Okay? So how we shall do that? How are we going to deal with such? We need to have a lot of practice. Along with that, you need to get through all the questions which are there online. Okay, you need not depend on me, the questionnaires which I give. What you can do is you can search for online for interview question, core Java interview questions for fresher. First, you deal with this. You can go step by step. Okay. First, you search for core Java interview questions for fresher. Once you get through all the concept, once you understand what the questions, frequent questions are, jot it down. Write down the answer which you find is correct from your perspective. Okay. Once this is done, then you're going to search for Java interview questions for experienced, for 1 year experience. Once you get through that, go for 2 years experience. Okay. Search in this pattern. That will help you to crack out from each and every bit to core Java what people can ask you in the interview. Getting the point? Okay, and there are many questions which are going to be similar. They are going to be very same. Many a times they ask you what is string, why is string immutable. This is a frequently asked question. They can ask you a question on the second largest number. Frequently asked questions. Okay, so you might have to get through each one of this. If I give you everything in hand, you won't be able to get through the point where it is required for you to be at this point of time. For you to crack the interview, you should be knowing everything, and that everything which is required for the interview can be done by you only. Again, I'm guiding you here. Okay, I'm asking you to start with fresher level, then you go for 1 year experience, go for 2 years experience, go for 3 years experience if you find that it is not enough. Okay, because I'm asking you questions from 3 years experience. Okay, so make
Okay,
sure
ma'am.
you crack the beginners level as well. The point remains wherein your hard work is required at every instance. If you don't work at your end, this won't give you anything. Okay, Pavan is, I have seen some progress because Pavan, when I spoke to him before, he was a very non-Java person. He is a non-Java person still, but he's trying to cope up. He's trying to do the program. I've seen him practice. You do more. Okay, it's not only this much that is going to help you. You have to do more. But from there to now, you have improved, but it is very tiny. Considering we have to go for advanced Java, so 2 weeks, 3 weeks only Java is not great. You need to work harder. You need to give some more time. You need to ask me. Yes? Because Java is something which I have in my head. I can tell you, I can explain you any concept anytime. So I don't have any notes for them. But maybe for servlets, for JSPs, I have got notes and I can share it with you. And you can learn it from that and accelerate it. Also, go through the LMS e-learning videos. Follow Java T point. Yes? These questions are going to be useful for you. These methods are going to be useful. There's no other mean other than hard work to um, go beyond. That's the only way. Okay? Like I've told you before, the questions which might be asked in your interview, okay? The concepts are again the same. You need to prepare for the same. You need to get through for the same. Find your own answers. Need not stick to online blogs, need not stick to what is given in the textbook. Frame your own answer, but a good one. Okay, easy one. Try to make it easy, but along with the keywords. You think that your English is not correct, not good, practice it. Practice it with me. You have a statement, you don't know how to talk in English, talk to me. I'll reframe it to you. I'll paraphrase it for you. If you have any, because I am here to help you out with every aspect, starting from introduce myself or introduce yourself to your ending statement that you should put. Always ask a question while you leave the interview. Okay, they many times interviewer ask you this. They say that, do you have any question? Always ask a question. Okay, you should hardly say no. You will be having questions, so ask that. Don't think that it is going to be very stupid of you to ask any question. No, no question is stupid unless and until it is out of context. If you're going to ask any art question in your interview, it is not going to make sense. That will be stupid. The question which is related to your interview or related to your job, related to your job description, you can ask back that question. If they ask you, do you have any question? You get the point? Yes? So please
Yes,
go
ma'am.
ahead with that. Okay. And I'm sharing my screen for this. Okay. So this is what you people know. I suppose a lot of you know how to deal with these. If not, they are going to ask you programming questions on this only. Make sure you're good. Yes? Make sure that these topics are good in your head. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Talking about OOP Java. Now this is where the problem arises. Okay? So
Okay, ma'am.
now let's say, for example, you know how to prepare for abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism. What are the details required for the same? Now, what you need to deal with is classes and object. What is the use of having? They might ask you a question on what happens if you make your class static. What happens if you make your variable final? What happens if you want to call a superclass method from your overridden method? What happens if you make use of this? Difference between this and super. These are the questions that they ask you. You should be knowing all these questions. They ask you what is nested class. They ask you what are default constructor, what are parameterized constructor. Yes? They might ask you a question on Java API on string builder. Okay, difference between string, string buffer, and string builder. Very basic difference. One is synchronized, other one is not synchronized. String is immutable, the other one is mutable, and so on. Yes? Other,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
have exception handling. In exception handling, you should be knowing the basic difference between checked and unchecked exception. You should be knowing how to create custom exception. You should be knowing how to create your own exception. You should be knowing how to make use of try, catch, finally. You should be knowing where is throw used and where you can make use of throws. Yes, these are all different keywords. You get this point? All of you. In threads, they are going to ask you to ask you on various methods like wait, sleep, join, yield. So all these methods are supposed to be known to you. Along with that, they ask you the ways in which you can create the thread, the life cycle of thread. Also, they ask you about one question on um, synchronization itself, a bank question. Okay, how an ATM withdraw and the other thing that you have in here. So even that question is asked. If you know that a lot of questions are, handled. Next is file handling, all the classes which are there. Okay, if I have to give you some more in detail about this, okay, so let me just delete these. Okay, file can be handled in two ways. Okay, this is delete, read, and alter. Okay, so if I have to talk about things wherein I want to deal with files, so files can be created in two ways. Either you can have streams, okay, or you can have, what is the other thing? Character, okay. So a stream can be either character or bytes, byte stream. So you can have files in that format, and you can also have your stream in this format. So I'll just keep it that way. Let's not confuse it because you also have Stream API in here, so you can deal with that in there. Okay. When we are talking about files, in files you need to create a file, you need to delete a file, read a file, modify a file. Collection. Now, what you need to do in collection? Okay. You should be knowing how to create object using any of the class. Okay. Let that be collections. I can show you a diagram that might help you. Okay, this will be fine, I suppose. Yeah, this diagram, if you see, all the blue colors are your interfaces, while all the greens are your um, classes. You should be knowing how to create classes. These classes are objects, and what happens if you try to add or remove any element from each one of them. So you can have a tabular structure and work along with it. Okay, so collections are of two types. Okay, you have got simple list collections, and this is map is with key value pair. Should be knowing how to deal with key value pair data. This is only with the details, like you can access the elements with the keys, okay, with your index numbers, like in array or array list that you do, vectors, linked list, okay, and then so on. You should be knowing about this. You should be knowing about what is iterable, what is list iterator. You should be knowing about some more interfaces such as dictionary, which is used in here, map, which is used in here. Okay, so the reason for me to show you this picture is so that you have a mental picture of who is inherited by which other entity which is given in there. Okay, it is only by this you will be able to cope up with your collections. Collections are very important. Once this is done, I have to tell you that collections are of three things. You can have collection object, you can have collection class, you also have collection framework. So there are various things in collections. So you can write collections.sort. So instead of writing the sort function that you were doing in there, you can directly write collections.sort, and whatever array or data which you have will be sorted automatically. That is what you can use. You have search, you can use that. There are predefined methods in collection that you can use to perform the high level task which you can do in basic terms. So in the interview they ask you questions, do the sort of the array elements without using sort function of collections. Getting the point? Yes. So
Yes.
you should be knowing both. You should be knowing how to deal with both of them. Okay. Now, after collections, you have SE8. So before moving on to SE8, you should be knowing everything. If you want anything with any of these things, let me see whether do I have any notes for this. Again, you can refer to Java T Point. They have got all the examples required for the same. Yes? Okay. Do you have any doubt, guys? Do you wish to talk to me anything? Anything that
Yeah,
you wish to talk to me?
yeah,
Yeah.
madam. I don't have any book. I'm following Java T point only, madam.
Very good. Follow that. Because we are on horses. We need to complete. We need to compete. Complete as in not complete. We need to compete with the other candidates and get hired by the interviewer. So you need something which is crisp, which is precise, and which is to the point. And Java T point is something that you can. I'm not an ambassador, but this is something which you have. Also, it is going to clear your basics. Okay, Java T point will clear your basics. LMS e-learning videos are something that is going to help you to clear your interview.
Okay, madam.
Yes, make
Yes.
sure you follow both. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. So
And then
Riaz,
Ma'am,
tell me the logic.
shall I screen? Shall I share screen?
Yeah, I can stop sharing. Yeah, please share your screen.
Ma'am, is it visible?
Explain.
Ma'am, Fibonacci series is that it is a sequence of number where sequence is like sum of two numbers.
Okay.
Previous two numbers.
So, what is the previous two number for zero?
No, ma'am. Have there is no previous two numbers for zero, so I have taken 0 and 1.
Just give me a minute. Okay,
Ma'am,
just a minute, guys. Okay. Yeah, you're correct. Just a minute.
आता याचं कपडे अजून 2-4 कपडे आणले तरी बड्डेला पुरतेच घेते.
Okay, so yes, you are correct. So if you have to say in here, the number 0 and 1 are the seed numbers, okay, the seed values with which you are proceeding ahead. Okay, do you get this, Riaz?
yes, ma'am, I'm listening.
Okay, great. So it is your seed. 0 and 1 is your seed. So A is equal to 0, B is equal to 1. And then you're adding up and creating and then switching up the values. Correct. Okay, great. So finally you got this. So likewise, the reason for me to ask you to give me the logic is because when you are dealing in your interview, you can stop sharing, okay? When you are dealing in with your interview, the first thing that should come in your mind is how, what is the logic here? Okay, what exactly is supposed to be done? What is the problem statement? You need to understand the problem statement. Once understood, only then you can go ahead with any other stuff. Okay, it is only then you will decide how to declare a variable. It is only then you will decide how to go beyond. Okay.
Okay.
Apologies. Okay, so that's that. Now, so next I'm sharing my screen. We'll go ahead. And please ignore all the disturbances that you're getting from this. Please concentrate on what I'm talking here. Okay? So
Okay.
these four. Okay? Can you tell me what are these four concepts? Anybody, any one of you.
Let's see.
Java 8 features, ma'am.
Yeah. So can you
Java.
tell me what is functional interface? Who can tell me what is functional interface? Yes?
Single interface, ma'am.
Functional interface is the interface which has
Single
only
in,
a method, only one method, single method. That is functional interface. Okay. So functional interface is something which helps us to achieve functional programming in Java. That was introduced in Java SE 8. So you can read about it. I can give you, there's a book which is there for SE 8 for people those who want to not spend too much of time, okay, in learning very concepts. Then you can refer to ping me. Okay, if you ping me, it is only then I can search and give it to you the task. Okay, so functional interface is that. What is lambda expression?
A
Yes,
function
Riaz,
does not have any name or value.
that is lambda expression.
Yes, ma'am.
Then what is the use of having lambda expression? Okay, how about method reference?
Method have some reference value like
Okay, it is very intuitive when you see to the term. You need to, whenever a question is asked based on any of these concepts, you need to make sure that you have a definition. It's the no definition, but the conceptual knowledge that you have, along with how it is implemented. How do you implement functional interface? How do you implement lambda expression? How is method references implemented? So this is something which you need to get through, that you need to understand. Okay, how you're going to show. Example can be yours. So you can say, let's say, for example, if I've got one we have got called as a thread class, okay, or which has got only run method into it. Okay, and if I want to perform any functional interface, so I can make use of hyphen hyphen arrow, and then hyphen hyphen and arrow. I'm going very basic. Okay, this is what you can explain, but you can be more more in technical. Okay, if you make use of hyphen hyphen arrow and then hyphen hyphen and arrow, then you can make use of then it is something that you can directly call the method, okay, from that particular interface. Yes, so instead of overriding the class, you can do it directly in there. Okay, so try to frame it according to your convenience. Try to get the statement. So I cannot put words in your mouth. Okay, that is very difficult at if I am any which ways it is difficult if even if I was there with you. But you need to get through it by understanding the concept from your system, from by yourself. Okay, the more you learn, the more you research, the more you'll get the output. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, can you all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Because I cannot see any. Let me ask you a few questions on SQL. Yeah.
Yes, madam.
Uh, if you can see my screen, because I cannot see you guys. Can you see the screen? What is visible? Topics, right? What can you see? Can you see this?
Package Java API exception handling.
Not sure what am I sharing. Yeah, these are SQL questions. I've got very few. I need to research and get some more. That might take some time. Till then, what can you tell me? Of these questions, what can you answer me? Hello. Hello.
Yes, yes,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
your voice is not clear.
still things are not working at my end. So what you can do is you can just follow to what I have written into the chat window.
Okay, ma'am. Madam, same link or same ID? Madam, madam, are you there? Hello. Hello, everyone.